Good afternoon, morning, whichever time of the day it is that you're watching this video. I wanted to take a moment to discuss your final exam. It's important you watch this video before you get started. So I'll go over some pointers and some timing issues and everything else. So, your final exam will be popped up here. It will be available the 30th. You can submit stuff from May 1st to May 5th. You must submit it by May 5th at 11:55 p.m. to Moodle. Late submissions will not be accepted. As you may be aware, the university has instituted a 72-hour window for us to do it. I am extending that window a little bit. I want to give you guys slightly more time. So I'm giving you 5 days. So there's that. But let's take a look at the exam. Little overview, some of the directions. As you've done before, save a copy of this as a document for you. Make sure you save your answers. Everything must be in APA formatting, pretty straightforward with all that good stuff. I want you to apply some critical thinking skills to it. You must submit by Tuesday, May 5th, 2020. Must be submitted by 11:55 p.m. Submitted at 11:56, you get a 0. Please don't do that. Also, submission must be done in a PDF. Please, let me say that again, must be submitted as a PDF. Failure to submit as a PDF will result in a deduction of 50 points. Please don't do that to yourself. I'll tell you how I'll grade this exam. Overall, you have detailed answers. That's what I'm looking for. I want you to go into depth as you're doing this. You now have had the whole entire semester of event management. I've reviewed a lot of what you guys have said in your student evaluations. So ultimately, I want your answers to be in depth. You should know by now how I grade. I want details. I want you to go in depth, write, communicate effectively. Make sure you don't have any spelling or grammatical errors in your writing. Be cognizant of that, please. Get someone to read over your paper for you. Is your answers formatted properly with coherent sentences? Make sure it does not read like you're speaking. Make sure that you go through and actually read it. Make sure it's smooth. As I say, get an editor if you need one. Make sure that it shows that you can write like a college student. Most of you are either about to graduate or you're going into that final year. Make sure that your writing is up to par and make sure stuff's APA format. Now let's get to the actual exam. The topic. So I usually put the ball in your guys' court for a lot of things, but I'm going to ask you, the experts on this, and I want you to think about how I conduct events from my students in a virtual world. So in that, think about this in the fall. Let's say that we are not on campus in the fall. I'm teaching event management in the fall. I need to make sure that we can still conduct some sort of events. I want you to think through what event or events, just pick one that students could do in a virtual world. I'm sure y'all live in this realm now, whether it's via Zoom or Microsoft Teams or some platform. You could use that. How can we conduct some sort of event in a virtual world? And I want you guys to organize it, come up with a plan for it. That's what I'm looking for my students. I want you to tell me what event my students could do. Is it a virtual marbles tournament? Is it a family game night? Get all your family together. That could be an event. Think through what could be done to execute this, an executing event. That's really what I want you guys to come up with in this exam, is what event could I put out to my students to have them do in the fall. And because I don't have individual guides or a binder that I can hand events like I handed you guys yours this semester, I want you to come up with a 3 to 5 page programming guide for the event. Everything from what equipment's needed, what the event will look like, how will it go down, what does this take, That's what I want you guys to fully program and implement for me. Okay, I want my ultimate goal is that I can take that 3 to 5 page programming guide. If I really like the event, I can take it and say, hey, here's something my students came up with last semester. I want to do this. And I can give that to my students as a guide for them to say, here's the event, take it and run with it. Okay, that's what I'm looking for in this exam. And again, it must be submitted as a PDF. So that's all I got for you. If you got any questions, don't hesitate to email.